Everybody went for it because there was revolution in the air. They cut their hair, they raised their skirts. So everything about the era was about glimmer. Yeah? So, next thing. This must seem realistic. But I mean, the whole partner. I'm your partner. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't look realistic. I have to believe in the theater that within a heightened circumstance, you're talking about real things. You know the expression hat on a hat? Hat on a hat. Don't put a hat on a hat. You've already got a hat on. You know what I'm saying? So, in this number, in theater, you know what I'm saying? The reason theater is bizarrely unique and works at times is because in life, right, here's a big one, here's a big doozy for you. In life, we all feel something. In the theater, or in lots of art forms, we tell a story that resonates with the audience, but we tell it in such a heightened nature that it validates their own emotional investment in it in their real life. I went and saw Romeo and Juliet with my wife before we got engaged at ABT. The men flew through the air, and my heart, without analyzing, said, that's how much I love my wife. Because Romeo flew through the air and died for her. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we do as an audience. We feel heard. We feel like, you know what, it is worth it. My life sucks, rent, death. So when you see a piece where somebody struggles through a movie, whatever it is, you feel like you can do it. You feel like, that is exactly how I felt, and I could tell no one. Or the extent of love, most shows are about love. The extent of love either says, yes, I've got that, yes, I want that, yes, I know how it feels to lose that. Does that sort of make sense? That's what I mean hat on a hat. You have to be realistic and then heighten it to a scale of musical comedy or realism. That's what makes sense? Okay, that's my first note. I'm going to leave this person really in your arm. The audience is going to know how I feel about her by the angle of my chin. That's why April is so important. How do I feel about her now? Exactly, the back row of the theater can understand it. It's not eyes. I never talk about stage presence in my rehearsals. I only talk about angles. Because the angles can be seen everywhere. That's the first thing. Second thing is, the Charleston two-steps provide you with the pause for the close-up. And in that pause, I'm what? Hardly touching the ground. And I'm saying the rhythm of the Charleston. Charleston, Charleston. This is not so good for us. Charleston. Because the audience can't see how I feel about the music. Next thing, cause and effect. Charleston, yes! You have to give your dancers words in their dances. Not to say out loud, I hate that. To feel. Because if they feel that word and it's honest, then you won't need that sound effects that we all have to add in their dance breaks. Yeah? So I need to see the close-up freeze here. Freeze. And then which part of my body wants to get to her first? That makes sense? You must know as choreographers and directors what distracts the audience. Eliminate the distraction. Because as soon as the audience looks at the distraction, they miss the point. So after I set the numbers, I have my trusty associate. What I do in the theater is I actually fog my eyes over. I like sort of squint. I just look into space and I follow the narrative lines. And if I see anything else, I give her the note. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example. In the Heights, there's this moment where Usnavi's stage left. I want you to take your seats. That's by the back. Usnavi's stage left. And he's about to drop a bomb on the community. To this person. This person is wearing a red dress. The person is standing next to the object of the bomb. So what happens if the red dress girl faces forward? What happens? Everybody looks at her. Yeah. So now I'm the red dress girl. I'm looking at the person the bomb's about to be dropped on. If the girl ever didn't face that angle, she would get a note. Because the bomb changed the course of the play. And so if a third of you are looking at her breasts in a red dress, frankly, that's what it was, that's what you saw. you missed the point of the story that then made a key change happen in the music and new lyrics happen. So you have to figure out in every dance number what the distraction is. For most of us, the distraction was in this. I don't want you to move your arms, I want your hands. Accessories tell us how we feel. Yeah? So I'm fluttering, my heart's fluttering. A, because I'm going to get her. B, I'm a little late. None of you are really watching my hands. You want to be impacted by the hands. You don't want to watch them. Does that sort of make sense? Let's do that one more time all together.